This is one of my favorite aisles in H-Mart because of all the noodles. I'm a noodle person. Today I want to take you to one of my favorite stores that I shop at pretty regularly. It's not too far away, so it's super nice. We're going to H-Mart, which is a Korean grocery store, and it's pretty big, so it has all kinds of things that you can grab for recipes, fun snacks, different types of sauces. That's what I'm usually here for because I've run out of a sauce. So walk with me through H-Mart today and check it out for yourself. So they have fresh noodles right at the front of the store there, and then all kinds of amazing fruits, tropical fruits, dried fruits like dried persimmons, lychee, all kinds of things. They even have pink pineapple over here, big jackfruits. Those are the spiky things. And here we're starting into the rest of the produce section. So on the left, you'll see some Korean yams, which are also called Japanese sweet potatoes or kumara. And then mushrooms. I get the maitake mushrooms a lot. They're also called hen of the woods, and they are delicious. They're very mild. We also get oyster mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms, shiitake, all kinds of things. Peppers. I picked up a bunch of Chinese broccoli. I always get the peeled garlic, and then herbs over here. I'm grabbing a box of Morinu silken tofu, which I use in a lot of recipes. There's tons of other tofu options here as well that you can look for. Napa cabbage. Look at this giant bag of dried shiitake mushrooms. It was $9. An amazing deal. Those giant carrots are the best juicing carrots. They are also really sweet, so highly recommend them. I love getting the bell peppers here because they're sold by the pound, not by the piece, so it ends up being cheaper. I've tried this, and it was, I don't know, I must not have tried it at the right time. Maybe it wasn't ripe, but it was very starchy. Not pleasant to eat. Thai bananas. There are so many different types of greens and cabbages and produce and herbs here. I can't possibly name them all. It's one of the reasons why I love coming here, because I always find something new that I can research and experiment with and cook with, or find a recipe to use it with, and it really expands my cooking and it brings me so much joy in the kitchen. Sugar cane. You can buy that at H-Mart too. Here are the Korean yams or Japanese sweet potatoes again. I have plenty at home, so I'm not buying any today. Shallots. If you ever come to the Asian grocery store and you get kind of distracted and you forget some of the things that you meant to buy there, I actually created a list, a grocery list for vegan products to check out at an Asian market near you, whether it's H-Mart or a different one. So if you'd like to grab that, check out the description for a link to get that downloadable list. It's free and might be helpful to take with you the next time that you go so you don't forget that sauce that you really need to stock up on. Okay, I think we're done in the produce aisle now, so we're checking out the fresh noodles. These are all fresh, refrigerated noodles of different types. There's a ton of options here. I mean, you could spend an hour just exploring all of those. So I try to pick up one every now and again to try that I haven't tried before and experiment with. And now we're headed to the dried noodle aisle. Rice noodles, rice sticks, pad thai noodles, lo mein noodles, sweet potato noodles, glass noodles.
This is one of my favorite aisles in H-Mart because of all the noodles. I'm a noodle person, so I love to try different ones whenever I come.
And here is the aisle of instant noodles, cup noodles from all over the world. They have Indonesian, Korean, Malaysian, Japanese, Chinese, just all different types of noodles that you can explore and try if you'd like to. This aisle has snacks and candies, cookies, all kinds of fun things like that to explore. It's fun for kids and teenagers to come to this aisle and see all the different flavors that they don't normally get to see. And then here we have all the seaweed snacks, nori, different flavored seaweed snacks than you might normally see in your regular grocery store, which is kind of cool. And then other dried seaweed and dried mushrooms and teas are all on this aisle. So some of the dried seaweed that I always get is kombu, and then also wakame and hijiki seaweed. So wakame is the seaweed that you would normally get in miso soup, and then kombu is a seaweed that you can use to add to beans when you're cooking them to help with digestive issues. Here are some smaller packs of the dried shiitake mushrooms than we saw earlier. I usually keep these on hand. They're really delicious. Shiitakes are almost more flavorful once they're dried and rehydrated than they are fresh sometimes. Okay, welcome to the frozen aisle. So we've got dumpling wrappers, egg roll wrappers, frozen Korean kimbap, which is like a sushi roll, but the Korean version of that. And so the ingredients are normally cooked. So oftentimes you'll find them frozen and then you can reheat them for a couple minutes in the microwave and they're delicious, honestly. So here are a few vegan options that I'm exploring at H-Mart. The one in my hand, the red pepper one, we've tried before and it's delicious. If you love udon noodles, like yaki udon or udon noodle soup, Frozen udon noodles are great to keep on hand. They actually have a better texture sometimes than noodles that are dried and then cooked fresh. They're nice and chewy, so I always try to keep some of those in my freezer. One thing to keep in mind when you're shopping at H-Mart, or maybe it's just mine, but it's usually pretty cold in here, so if you are warm-natured and you prefer to be warmer, definitely bring a sweater. So we don't normally drink soda, but one of the treats that my kids like, and my husband, when we come to H-Mart is ramen. And if you've never experienced ramen, the bottle is everything. So it's just a normal soda, although they do have some interesting flavors like melon here. But the bottle is really cool. It has a marble at the top that you punch into the bottle so that you can drink the soda. So it's a really fun experience. Alright, on my left you will see the young jackfruit packed in water that we use for a lot of vegan recipes as a meat substitute, as well as like water chestnuts and bamboo shoots. This aisle has international foods from other parts of the world too, like Hispanic foods, and then we have tons of drinks, and then we're getting into some of the sauces and pickles, and here we have curries. The curry that you see there, the Maisri curries, are usually vegan, but double check the ingredients for the one that you want to buy. You can get like goji berries, all kinds of dried spices and things, like star anise and other things in a larger package for usually a much cheaper price here. One of my favorite aisles, guys, the sauce aisle. So I'm picking up today on this shopping trip some more of my vegetarian oyster sauce that I use to make fried rice. I use it in my Asian noodle soup and lots of other recipes. Whatever calls for oyster sauce, I use that one. It's mushroom. It comes from mushrooms, not oysters. But I also am out of plain rice vinegar, so I picked up a really big bottle of that to take home today. If you want me to do a more detailed video on the sauces that I use and how I use them, comment below. We also get our Pearl River Bridge soy sauce here in a really big jug, and just about any other Asian sauce, we can find it here. And then look at all of the different kinds of rice and grains. I mean, it's mind-blowing and so much fun to explore. I mean, I didn't even know there were all these different types of rice in the world, honestly. There's some super fun kitchen gadgets too. Rice paddles. I found a little rice paddle that looks like a squirrel here. That's super cute. And you can also get other like cookware and dishes, kitchen appliances, strainers, woks, obviously chopsticks, cooking chopsticks, the really long ones. You can grab those here too. These little tiny bowls and dishes are really cute and fun to use whenever we're eating at home. So I have a little stack of some at home already, but I always like to check out the designs. Here they have some little fish in like a coral or a blue color. So I didn't pick them up today, but I love to check them out and see what they look like. All right, we're packing up to go home. So let me show you exactly what I got and what I'm gonna do with it all. Don't forget to grab your Principal Asian Market grocery list down in the description so that you don't forget the things that you need to grab whenever you get there, because it's easy to get distracted, as you can see. There are so many amazing products in there, things that you can't find anywhere else. Okay, let's see what I got at H-Mart. So we've got 3 limes, some Chinese broccoli, shallots, 2 bunches of cilantro, these are Korean vegan red pepper paste bibimbap kimbap. So these stay in the freezer, and then whenever we need a quick convenient meal, we just pop these in the microwave for a couple minutes, and they're really tasty. We tried them a couple weeks ago. Got a package of Persian cucumbers, the little baby ones. Maitake mushrooms, which are also hen of the woods mushrooms. These last a really long time in this package. The way that they package these, it's like double plastic, so they don't get all slimy and gross like other mushrooms can if they stay in the fridge too long. These mushrooms have been shown through studies to reduce cancer risk. So I always get them, plus they're really tasty. They're a very mild mushroom and they go with just about anything. It's a small head of Napa cabbage. We have a big bottle of plain rice vinegar because I just ran out. And 2 bottles of vegetarian oyster sauce. I use it a lot. It's made with mushrooms, so there's no oysters in it. So it's totally vegan, even though it says vegetarian. I am planning to use the shallots and the Chinese cabbage, broccoli to make some Thai drunken noodles this week. The cilantro I use in lots of things. The shallots will be with that, the limes. We're gonna do some like veggie fajitas. This Napa cabbage is really good in the Asian noodle soup recipe on my blog. You can do it with just the cabbage. We did that the other day as like a side dish, or you can add noodles to it too. So that's yummy. And then the cucumbers we'll eat for snacking, or I'm planning to make some poke bowls this week. So anyway, this is what I got.